Hello. I'm so professional. Yeah, I know in past videos I've said that I'm probably having too much fun and I haven't been doing videos, but in all honesty, I really don't know what I'm doing. People really want me to do more videos, but I'm gonna swivel the screen here so I don't look at myself and look at you guys. Hi. Hello. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to these videos. I don't know what direction I should take it. It just feels weird. But I think this channel has a lot of potential, just given the fact that, I have some basic video knowledge. I think that knowledge has been growing lately. I have that strive. I have more motivation though to do videos for other people. Like for instance, I helped my friends out with their climbing product. I did a commercial for them, and now I just finished a GoFundMe promo for them that I think came out really well. And just, emphasize. I mean, it just comes down to like video and like writing and just putting it all together to illustrate not only with pictures but with words, and just get that message out there is really important. And I have a lot of fun doing. It's great fun. It's just I have more motivation to do it for other people rather than myself. I don't know. It's just weird. So I guess the direction I wanted to head it was, because I have the Yosemite. I wanted it to be a reflection of people that are here, residents of all the like, not just people here in Huff and people that I interact with the CVRA. But I mean, I interact with a very diverse group of people who live here, because not only I'm 27 years old, I started working in Yosemite when I was 25. They threw me in Huff in a tent. Oh, by the way, hey, look, I'm not in a tent anymore. This is where I live. kind of living my own here, which is pretty nice. I do miss the tent vibe. I do miss the environment, but it gives me. I think this allows me to think and just like do research and stuff for videos and just like learn things, because I have to constantly be learning something. I have to constantly be taking up a project or some hobby. So this promotes that environment. So I thank you, housing, for putting me in here. You have raised my quality of life exponentially, even though it has already been raised exponentially just by being here itself. But where was I going? I fucking straight off, didn't I? Damn it. Oh yeah, but so I wanted this channel to be a reflection of people that live here. I interact with a diverse group of people. I am in the Teamster Union. Woo, Teamsters! Which I work with a lot of rural type of Americans, There's a forgotten people in a sense. Like, I did not know there were Trump supporters in California. And then, because from being from SoCal in a bubble again, and then leaving that, I'm like, oh shit, these people do exist. You got all these farmers out here in the Central Valley. You got people in Mariposa, really interesting folk. And so I'm working with a lot of like rural people, like locals, Yosemite locals, Mariposa, Modesto, and then you got Huff, which it's the young kids, they tend to swing to the far left. And I hate to say, oh, left and right, Democrat, Republican, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. These are different perspectives, people with different backgrounds, and I feel like I'm just in the middle of this. I feel like I am the middle child. In my family, I am the middle child. I got a younger brother, I got an older sister, and even being here, I am the middle child of Yosemite employees. I'm hanging out with the young people as well. Just, they get that mindset, they want to climb, they want to do this, they want to do that. They got, I should say, I don't know, they like to party, I guess, I don't know. So you got the young liberals, and then I'm working with the older, tend to be further right. So just seeing that perspective is really interesting. I think it's gonna offer a pretty good narrative for this channel. Again, Eye of the Yosemite. Through everyone's eyes who are around me here, I am not Eye of the Yosemite. Everyone here is. at least that's the direction I want to take this channel, if there is a direction. Should we have a direction? Should I just fucking, you know, just like shoot darts in the woods and hopefully I hit something, you know, like I'm just gonna, I don't know. But anyway, starting something new again, I have interviewed a J-1 from Columbia, which I became really good friends with. He's a fucking great guy. I hope J-1s are going to be accepted further on to the years. I heard a rumor that J-1s won't be allowed in America anymore. Essentially what J-1s are it's like a foreign exchanged work program. These people from other countries are granted work visas and they come here, and it's like a program where they get housed and things like that. I've read somewhere that there was like this whole investigation against the J-1 program, how the J-1 program is taking advantage of these people, making money off of them, and still telling them to pay rent. Here specifically in Yosemite, I don't see that going on because they pay as much rent as we do, which is fucking nothing. Who I interviewed his name is Santaigo, future filmmaker of Columbia. We first started talking about this new camera he got. He bought it here in America. That camera happened to be cheaper here in America than in Columbia, and he was really excited to have the opportunity to come here and make as much as we make here in America and be able to afford this camera to take back to Columbia and start his filmmaking career. He also mentioned how the film industry, or actually there is no film industry in Columbia. Everything is governed, everything is by the state, funded by the state. So, you know, as an American, we're like, oh shit, funded by the state, what kind of propaganda are they trying to pull there, you know? But I tried to pull that out of him in the interview. It seemed like everything was fine. You know, so I guess not all governments are created equal. But it was a really interesting interview. I'm gonna section it off. So like the beginning part, we're talking about his GH5. We got two camera guys talking about cameras. We're gonna get nerded out, you know, we're gonna fucking be excited. So if you wanna skip that, I'll add the times of sections of the interview of what you wanna hear, so you can skip through it, whatever you don't wanna hear. Yeah, so we talk about the camera and then we start going into different aspects of the film industry in Colombia, or you know, again, not the film industry, but the governed state of Colombia. And yeah, his own experience here as being a J-1. I think it's really interesting. We should really hear what these people have to say. I wish I had more interviews with J-1s. I could have got an interview with a Russian girl, which me and her also became really good friends. Yulia, I miss you. I wish we had gotten this interview, but time is a bitch. So time and chance don't meet up sometimes. So hopefully I get to see you again. I hope you're having a great time in Russia. But anyway, here is Santaigo from Columbia, J-1 of Yosemite. Hope you guys enjoy this experiment that I'm trying to create. Thank you. Bye-bye. Let's try to see how that looks. The swivel cam. I'll probably just...
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good thing too about the swivel.
Yeah,
you know, you can always look at it, dude. It's good.
Yeah. Do you know that Sony cameras just can like tilt, like the screen?
Oh yeah.
It can like go out and rotate and.
Yeah.
Fuck Sony.
Yeah, it's all about GH4s. I'm recording on a GH4 right now. Santaigo here has a GH5. So this is Santaigo, J-1 for Yosemite. Future filmmaker of Columbia.
Thank
Represent,
you.
Man. So let me get this thing off of here real quick.
That's a good detail. Like taking the.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're here with this new camera. I guess we'll talk about. You want to talk about what you're excited for? You know.
For sure, I'm excited, man. As I told you, like the whole day and every day. This is like my best investment, and coming here to buy it, like earning the money. It's. You know how much is this camera in Colombia? Like, it's more than 2,500.
2,500. How much did you get that for here in America?
1,800.
You got that for 1,800
Yeah.
on the body itself?
The body itself, just the body itself. Yeah,
Okay,
man. I love it. I love it, and the lens and all. This is what I needed for filmmaking.
Why is it so expensive in Colombia? Do you know?
Because of import taxes and all, and people want to earn a lot of money.
Okay.
Want to take advantage of people because it is not sell there.
Yeah, it's good to know because we're a bubble right here and we only see what happens in America. Usually we don't know, you know. So I think it's great being here in Yosemite when you have, you know, people like you from Columbia come here to work and you let us know what's going on out there in the world. But so yeah, I mean, I'm recording on GH4 right now. I'm thinking about getting this GH5, man. I really am. It's the stabilization on it.
You should. I know a lot of difference between GH4 and GH5. One of that is the slow-mo, like almost the double of slow-mo in FPS. They built in image stabilization. I know it has a better bitrate recording side for color grade. I don't know right now. Oh, it has a lot of. It has 6K, but it has also
insane.
a lot of focus points, like the camera, the information that it can analyze in the screen. It has more focus points, so it has a better like auto-focusing thing than GH4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible that the frames per second you said can go up to 180.
180.
And the the GH5 is 180. The GH4, the camera I'm using right now, is 96.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I thought the slow motion, the built-in slow motion,
Yeah.
and I say built-in because when you record and you can set it for 96 frames per second at something percent speed, and you can see the slow motion
and play
it right in your
live.
play view. Yeah,
Man.
it's incredible. I actually did a not only slow motion but the stop motion as well. It combines it for you in the camera.
Sure, man.
Yeah, I was messing around with that, man. It was actually really cool for my first time messing around with stop motion.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of claymation and stuff, so you know, I love claymation.
I didn't remember that about the slow motion function that this camera has. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so there's so much to do with it. And I thought that was great with 96 frames per second, but I can't even imagine what I can do with 180. You know, so
it is a the GH4 is a 2014 camera and this is a 2017.
It's a huge improvement, man.
So 3 years is a lot. A lot.
Yeah. You can curse, it's okay.
I fucking glad.
This is not paid by anyone. This is my channel, so it's just like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you're gonna be able to produce with this camera because you do have these ideas and stuff like that. You want to talk about your ideas you have that you're planning to do in Colombia?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Eric, for this space. In Colombia, most of all, I want to start saying that we don't have producers in Colombia. We don't have like people that give us budget and do this. If you want to make a script, if you want to make a film, if you want to try something to create, there's only one producer in Colombia, and it's the government, the state.
Oh, wow.
We call it the state. Like the state in Colombia is not like in Colombia the states in the United States are departments. We are divided by departments in Colombia. Like regions are departments, like zones in the country.
Right.
Yeah, and the state is like the government itself in Colombia. Yeah. And the government gives us budget, like there's a ministry, yeah, and there's like the culture ministry and in the whole country, and if you got good ideas for documentary, for animation, for stop motion, for filmmaking, for a script, just for writing a script, they can give you like since to $20,000 until maybe
just to produce it yourself.
500,000. 500,000 is the most you can get for a film.
So if they do agree with your idea and think it's a good idea, and then they can fund it for you, then, right?
Exactly.
The government. That's interesting. It's just, you know, it's the government that looks into that. Do you know what type of things do they fund?
You want to be like an architecture in filmmaking, like looking for funds for investment, and you have to do the same with the government. Like you have to do the building, the project, you have to make papers, a portfolio, a lot of things in order to say, oh, this is like very solid. We'll invest in this. Right. Because, and that goes to your answer, like they don't care about it is educational or experimental or anything. They just care about your perspective, your vision, and how solid it is. Like how well that it is not abstract. Even if it abstract, you know, when you have and abstract something, and you know how to do it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have abstracting in my mind, but I went to like this way, and like this way.
And you want to show that to them as
Exactly,
like on paper
exactly.
or portfolio or.
Rather than like if a person come and I have this abstract idea, I don't know how to do it. I just want to improve.
Yeah.
You know, that,
You gotta
you will
trust
get a
me.
no.
Yeah.
You will get a
You
no.
gotta trust me. I know what I'm doing. You know, I got this great idea. Right?
Exactly.
You know, give me money. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you
no,
don't want to do that.
that's the kind of thing that the
Okay.
government is looking for. And as I told you, will be whatever you can do, but specifically there are categories like as an animation documentary, and also like a subcategories
Mhm.
that goes to culture, to education, to personal voice.
Okay.
All of that is cool, but it's
Yeah.
very difficult to get one of those, because
Yeah.
more than 5,000 people are trying to get those every year, and there's only like 50 in total
Mm-hmm.
funds.
15 phones.
50.
Oh, 50.
50.
Okay.
In total, they are investing about $6 million in filmmaking or producing visuals.
Mm-hmm.
The government.
Okay.
It's not a lot. That's like the money of the world in Colombia. 6 million is impossible,
Yeah.
but here it's not so much.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Yosemite National Park, and I think it's an Airmark program, I think, with the J1s to be allowed to come here and work here. But we meet people like you know, for future filmmakers.
Before Aramark, there wasn't J1s here.
There was, but not this many. There has been definitely a lot more this year.
I can tell you a lot of things about that.
Oh yeah?
Because J1 thing is a business.
Mm, yeah.
Aramark
definitely.
is a corporation,
Mm.
and for sure, I don't know if you know, but it costs to every J1 like between $2,500 and $3,000 to come here.
So you need to pay 2,000
We need to pay
to come here.
to get the employee, to get like the J1 visa, to get the tickets, to get a legal document to be a J1.
Okay.
Not only the visa, and there's agency and intermediaries and a lot of things that can cost you, but as I told you, it doesn't matter if there's agency or intermediaries or anything, it will cost you around that.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You pay to come here, and then you get paid here, and then you spend your money here. So I think we're America's bitches. Yeah.
Do you think you guys are being like farmed in a sense, like being manipulated, or like being round up?
I think so. It's an opportunity.
Who's getting the money? Do you think? Is it Airmark getting the money, or is it your agency getting the money?
I think Aramark is getting the money, and my agency for sure, like in every country, is getting money for being intermediaries, just that. But Aramark is, you're paying them to be here, and then you work here, and your money for them, you know,
Oh yeah.
your hand, your time. So they're definitely winning
Mm-hmm.
in every way.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see how that could be taken advantage of. I would definitely like to see broken down, like what money goes to what. You said those like $2,000 to $2,500. You know, like how much of that is going to flight tickets? How much of that? Do you have to pay your own flight tickets, or is that included?
No, I have to pay
The flight tickets
Yeah.
and the
$500 the round trip
round trip plus the 2,000 or 2,500 to get here.
plus
For
everything.
the
Yeah.
agency. Wow, dude, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Aramark, the one who keeps the money,
Uh-huh.
because maybe it could be the United States government. It will be an alliance between those big corporations and the government. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that specific information, but for sure, everyone is winning.
Yeah. How do you feel that the J1s are treated when it comes to work here?
Well, my experience comes to two places: working here in Yosemite and at Degnan's Deli, the restaurant, and the Majestic Hotel Kitchen, where is my main job as a dishwasher. I can start on Degnan's because it's very short, my experience,
Right.
and it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's a small place. It has a cool people, a cool managers, warm. I will say more than cool, warm
At Degnan's?
at Degnan's.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And
That's
they're all
good to hear, man.
And they're all like young people. So and J1s and the managers, they're not like I'm sorry if you listen some of that, but they are not so young. But it doesn't matter because their soul is young. It's very cool.
Yeah.
But in Majestic, I have had a lot of issues. A lot.
With the employees there, or
Our like, I won't say specific person, but I have passed for work harassment. I have been pushed physically. I have been yelled, insulted, then be apologized 2 times by the same person. Like the treatment to the dishwashers is like inferior. The whole people feel it.
Yeah.
Like from the servers and the buzzers.
Yeah, it's not just J1s, right? I mean, it's everyone who works in dishwasher specifically.
I don't know, but in
Because I have
oh,
seen
well,
that before. I have
yeah.
seen that before.
Yeah.
you know.
In the dishwashing pit and potse and all, yeah. The managers, they are like you feel in a prison because the commentaries that they do to you, like they don't allow you to do anything. Like I came here with my girlfriend and she's my roommate, and all the managers in lodge and pavilion, J1s everywhere, they came with their couples, and their managers tell them like, oh, you can have 1 day off, you can have your weekend off, you can have spend shift time together, like you just work. But they're like, my manager told me, you are asking for too much. We don't have 1 day off, we don't have 2 day off, and we don't have any 1 day of shared schedule of shift. So she works like 9 to 5 and I work 5 to 2 a.m. all days. It's like
5 to 2 a.m.
it's like, and it starts being a prison there. Like after I want to do overtime because everyone is doing it, and they say no, you're not allowed because they talk about seniority, but seniority works inside the same like workplace. But outside I can look for my, and the manager have made a lot of excuses not to work outside. Like you can't look for overtime, you can't work outside. If someone needs, like any manager needs workers, they have to call me and I will look for them.
Yeah.
And that's not happening in other places. Like the managers tell every people like, go man, go look for your work. I think the world is a workplace hard. Like in Colombia, we have to work in days of 10 hours to 14 hours,
Okay.
and you get paid $10 for that, $12. Yeah,
$10-12 for 10 hours.
for 12 hours maybe. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's not like a minimum.
You can
wage.
work as a server a whole day in a restaurant, big or little. In a big restaurant, you can win like $40, and that's a shit. Working 12 hours in a big restaurant, like an expensive one,
Uh-huh.
you can win $40 a day
Shit. Yeah.
plus tips.
Uh-huh. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about, man? I mean, when it comes to just the experience of a J run or advice for a J1 coming into America.
Oh, for sure, not to work in Majestic Hotel. For sure, that's the first advice.
Don't work at the Majestic
Don't
hotel.
work at Majestic, specifically the kitchen. I don't know. I don't know the rest of the hotel. I can judge, but the kitchen is not a place for the J1s. Maybe as a server, also buzzers. Like yeah, just that. What else? I really love like the experience of being in a foreign country, like touching the reality, the language, the English, improve that part of myself, improving the whole new friendships, like a lot of people like you, like the experience, like it changed the whole world. Like we have also like stereotypes of United States, like a really consumism country and all brainwashed people, but I have known very warm people here in Yosemite.
Oh, that's
like
the
a
rumor?
live person. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's the rumor that
Like you see the people.
I mean, I agree with that too, though.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah. The people here in Yosemite told me like this is here in California in Yosemite, like outside in the cities, and the people is like that in the whole world, not just here because of
true.
globalization, because of consumism. You go to Colombia and the capital, and you will see people like here, and you will say, there's a difference, but not so big. When I say like people like just walk and are brainwashed by themselves and the screens and all, and that's very cool. That my first experience touching a foreign country is in a national park.
Yeah, man.
I didn't expect all the landscapes, the mountains, like it has amazed me infinitely, and I really appreciate. I'm grateful for that. Like I think love is the way for sensitivity, and that's for empathy, and that's for making bigger goals.
Totally agree. Opens so many doorways. It connects us in so many ways.
Exactly.
And that's why, yeah, man, it's cool when I run into somebody who's also into film, because I think we have the same ideas. Like, media is so important. Is
Nowadays.
so extremely important.
Whoa.
Like it's insane, because like you said, you can express our ideas. Before media, when it came up, it used for propaganda, but we have the option, man, to like use it for good. You know, we can actually give factual information. We can connect with people around the fucking world, man. And then
like a lot of sourcing is beautiful.
We can learn from each other, understand each other. I mean, the ultimate goal, and I think everyone obviously loves to be understood, but yeah, I mean, it's just we're all one, man. Like I don't want to sound like a fucking hippie, but like, you know, but like we're all like we're all connected, dude. Like we're all I don't know. We all need to help each other out. I don't give a shit what country you're from, dude. I don't give a shit what country you're from. Like
that's
we all,
beautiful.
we all need to work together, you know.
Yeah.
And then definitely make.
We need to create souls and spirits in people. We need to. The visual have to become it. Like music.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same music and visual, audiovisual, a movie, cinema, TV, anything. We're coming with communication with the people all around the world, and we can make a change.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it right here. I'm sure that's what you're doing it. Hell yeah, dude.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, cool,
I
man.
really found a way.
Yeah, we're hopeful for the future.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right, this is Santiago.
I want to say
J-1
one more thing. Wait
go ahead.
Wait me. What is the last thing I want to say? We don't have so much coke in Colombia as you think. We don't have so much production. That was 15 years fucking ago. So stop that shit, man. I walk around. I say I'm from Colombia. Coke country. It's like Coke country, and I say, fuck no, that was 15 years ago. That era has ended.
Oh man.
And I'm walking like, oh, you're from Colombia, good Coke there, huh? And I say, oh man, wait. Or pot or something, or weed, and I'm still
we
like,
got the pot here, man.
yeah, the pot is here, like, the pot is there too, like,
yeah.
but I can say I don't do drugs like weed or anything, like, and I'm not against that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a free decision, and it's good that people do that for me, but I just don't do it.
Yeah.
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 And we are not. I don't know how to say. We are not. I think, I have learned or realized one thing, and we are a country of the third world, and United States is a country of the first world. But we are very similar in like culture, like experiences, in the empathy in the other person, and I think we are like countries of all the world is a very retarded country, all itself, in empathy and.
Which countries?
No, all the world.
Everyone in the world.
Well, I can
we're
judge
like
every world.
Desensitized.
But
I think is the word you're looking for.
Yeah,
like
if I make a comparison in Colombia, I think we are both countries of the fifth world in that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to not to launch like commentaries, because it is not about hurting people.
It's not.
It is about you learn, like getting knowledge.
Finding things that humble yourself.
Like not to be ignorant. It's for yourself. It's not for the other people.
You know what, man? I have an argument with that too, though. Like, it's because I go back and forth, like, oh, I'm being selfish. Why am I focusing on myself? But when you focus on yourself and improving yourself, it reflects to other people as well.
That's true. That's true. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have a balance. You have focus on yourself the whole day.
Yeah.
But you need to give time to yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just self-improvement, man. Yeah, definitely. This is Santiago. Stop blaming Colombia for your goddamn coke problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for doing this interview.
Yeah. Greetings for you and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, what was that?
And Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg?
Greetings.
Oh, greetings to Snoop Dogg.
Greetings to Snoop Dogg, man. I hope you see it.
All right. For sure. Yeah. I'll send it to him, man. But yeah, thanks again for doing this, man. I think you're the first person that I interviewed like this. I'm trying to do a little bit more style, and I'm just trying to see where it goes, man.
Yeah. If you want another interview, another style, anything, asked me
Cool, man.
before leaving.
Yeah. When are you leaving?
Yeah, September 18th.
September 18th?
The
Oh,
park.
dude. Yeah.
We had
Let's like hike or something, go drink. Oh, shit. Live up the Yosemite life. Thanks for getting us at San Diego. Yeah, guys, I don't know what else. I'm really bad at ending shit.
Yeah.
So
Ending shit.
glad that there you go.
Foxani.
Yeah.